everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all of you to this exciting webinar series, which is part of our global event Infinity 2020. Today's session, we are focusing on one of the interesting and innovative vertical product of Expedient Engineering to Order System. I would like to touch upon the key aspects of Expedient Engineering to Order System before we go for the detailed presentation with our team. To start with, Engineering to Order System is applicable for those companies who are having project with a contract which include custom made or highly specialized finished good items or products which need to be manufactured, delivered, and installed at customer site. That means at each stage, the finished good items in the contract goes through a process of custom design, technical drawings with submittals and approvals, preparing the BOM against the parts and components which are as per the drawing, then manufacturing of the parts and components at the shop floor which are related and linked with each of these products. Once manufactured, these items are assembled and then installed at the customer site. Hence, we can say an aluminum glass company, a metalwork company, a switchgear manufacturing company, a fit-out company are examples of this line of business. Now, to manage the engineering to order process efficiently for a project, there must be a system which addresses the contract scope with finished good items identified properly, because these are either custom made or specialized and goes through the process of manufacturing. The contract scope with the finished good item should be separately tagged for this kind of process. We need to have a proper technical or drawing management system to support the submittals, approvals at each stage of these particular items. Now, the important aspect is preparation of the BOM for the manufacturing of parts which are assemblies and sub-assemblies with supporting of dynamic change management within it, because the BOM goes through different iterations before finalizing. Now there is a production scheduling, because the shop floor management is important. There is inventory management. When we talk about inventory management, the shop floor is attached with the factory which is having a central warehouse, and multiple items are getting manufactured at the same time. A proper inventory management is important to track. Secondly, there is a bill of material, a proper costing system should be in place. There is production tracking involved to look at it, which are items produced, which are in WIP, and what stage it is. There is delivery and installation of the items after the manufacturing is done. Also, there could be reworks, change management happening within the items. And finally, once the items are installed, there is billing. Now, all these processes we talk about is engineering to order system processes. And these should work hand in hand in an integrated manner so that proper controls, monitoring, tracking, and managing the project in each stage can be effectively carried out. I would like to say, if you have a proper system in this line, the engineering to order system will become more effective and manageable. Now, what is the role of Expedient in this? You look at the industry. In the industry, we have all these processes happening disjointly. Some are manual, some are part of the system. When you look at it, when all these processes are carried out in one single platform in an integrated manner with proper tracking, controls, workflows, approvals, monitoring, management reporting, the ETO system will become efficient and more easy to carry out. This exactly is Expedient Engineering to Order System does. I am Surendran Paryangar from the Middle East team. Leading the session today, we have one of our experts from Expedient, Mr. Ravi Sharma. Also joining with us, our guest, Mr. Dharmesh Sangani, Chief Commercial Officer from Virgin Delport. Now, Virgin Delport UAE Limited is a leading company in the United Arab Emirates in the fields of electromechanical contracting, switchgear manufacturing, electrical trading, and information technology and no-voltage systems. Their head office is in Sharjah and having the branches in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Al Ain, as well as in Qatar. They also have factories and showrooms in UAE and Qatar. Dharmesh has been instrumental, very closely involved in the implementation of Expedient Engineering to Order system at Virgin Delport. In today's session, Dharmesh will be sharing with us his insights and experience with the system. I would request Dharmesh to come on board and share his experience. Welcome, Dharmesh.
Hello, Surendran. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Surendran, for having me on panel for Infinity 2020 webinar series for ETO system, ETO manufacturing system. Virgin Delport, I am Dharmesh Sangani, Chief Commercial Officer, Virgin Delport. Virgin Delport UAE Limited is 43 years old private company established in 1977 in Sharjah, UAE. We have offices, factories, stores and showroom in Sharjah, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Al Ain and Doha, Qatar. We have been providing excellence all over the Gulf in the fields of electromechanical contracting, switchgear manufacturing, electrical trading and extra low voltage systems. We have 4 companies based on our 4 line of activities: contracting, switchgear manufacturing, trading, and ELVD. Contracting company undertakes and executes projects that involve the full spectrum of electromechanical contracting work through the implementation of comprehensive and integrated quality system. The design section has a state-of-the-art system with the latest technology. We are one of the reputed players in MEP business in UAE. Another our company, switchgear company, is a market leader in switchgear panel manufacturing in UAE since 1977. We produce various kinds of low voltage switchgear panels using latest technology for design and with good quality of components. A third company, trading company, is the official distributor for Schneider Electric. Schneider Electric is based in France, multinational company. We are selling their low voltage electric products, all electric products in UAE. Extra low voltage company, the fourth company, is specialized in building management system, metering system, monitoring system, and other services involving system integration. Now, out of these 4 companies, 2 companies, contracting and LVD, is part of the contracting industry. Since Expedient is the market leader in contracting ERP solutions in UAE, in Middle East, so it's perfectly fit for us for contracting ELVD business. But switchgear manufacturing and trading requirements were missing in Expedient. Hence, Expedient, under leadership of Mr. Surendran, has taken the challenge to develop solutions to cater our requirements for trading and ETO business. We looked for an end-to-end management platform with lot of capabilities for our trading and manufacturing companies. Over the last 2 years, ETO solution has been evolved. We have worked as one team for the development of ETO solutions. Being industry expert, we have provided functional design, suggesting the best industry practices to improve the functionality of the product. We are expecting that with the introduction of 3.0, ETO will be one of the best comprehensive solutions to cater the requirements of the everyday business needs and requirements of any ETO manufacturing organization. It is fully integrated system and integrates seamlessly into other expedient modules such as project management, contract management, inventory management, finance, etc., proving end-to-end solution. We are confident that 3.0 will streamline all our processes across contract, procurement, manufacturing, inventory, sales, and finance. It has extreme detail level steps, and all steps are interconnected with each other, properly interconnected with each other. For example, the production starting with the contracting items, tagging for manufacturing, then drawing number linking with the contract items, defining bill of material against each contract item, BOM release for production, production planning, procurement against production orders, item reservation against production orders, production tracking for work in progress and finished good, dispatch of finished good, and invoicing. So all these steps are properly interconnected with each other, linked with each other. On the top of it, we have high-end management reports such as project BOM workbench register, contract progress report, item inquiry report, production BOM cost report, etc., providing vital information and data to facilitate production planning, purchase planning, monitoring of utilization of resources, variation against budgets, status of each contract, etc., which in turn will lead to operational efficiency and cost reduction. So in nutshell, all modules under one roof, seamlessly integrated and armed with high-end management reports will help business in decision making. I would like to thank Mr. Surendran for driving ETO project. Congratulations to you and whole Expedient team. Over to you, Mr. Surendran. If you have any questions, we can discuss.
No, I am excited. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say now because you have spoken so well in a line. Because I understand your leadership skills and the way you go so much of a detail, the way you go through the processes and details. I clearly know you are a veteran in this because you have seen the product how it was before, and you have seen the product how it got matured over a period of time. And this is the real landmark for us in the industry for engineering to order, which can cater to all other segments of the same line. Now, I just wanted to touch upon certain things which I request your clarification so that just the audience, the viewers, especially who are on board in the same industry, similar industry, they can have an understanding, because this is not easy. Because most of the companies in the Middle East, even I can say, because I am here for the last 26 years, most of the companies do not have a proper system at all for the project manufacturing side. Everybody is disjoint system they're using, and they talk about different brands and makes, and that doesn't work. This is custom made, because this needs proper mechanism for handling specialized items. How does it go through different processes? And there should be dynamic management, change management, review and verification, and approvals. All these are important. So there must be a kind of an industry expert speaking on this line. As an industry expert which you're speaking, because you've been there for the last 2 years working with us, we are very happy to get these understandings from you. Which the basic question which I want to ask you is, what were the challenges you were facing prior to Expedient board, and what were the management requirements, and when you were given the mandate to us to go with the system?
It's a very interesting question, Surendran. We did not have any proper integrated contract and production management system in our legacy system for our ETO contracts. We had different disjointed system for financials, HR and payroll, production, etc. But no integrated approach to manage production system, managing production, starting from drawing management, to bill of material to production and to billing. Proper checks and balances were also missing. This was causing considerable friction within the business. Second point was that drawing tracking, which is very critical in ETO process, as this decides the effectiveness of subsequent processes. In fact, we required drawing number tracking right from the contract till the delivery of the goods to the client. We were not having any system to monitor drawings into design, production, and subsequent linked stages and processes, along with their progress status.
Right.
Third point is that lack of visibility into contract progress and expected margin. You know, it is very highly critical to closely track the contract item from the start till its delivery and billing.
Right.
Because of the non-availability of integrated platform, it was difficult for us to monitor the status of each of the contract item at line level. Plus the quantum and volume of business are so big that we have that makes it very difficult to get the real-time data.
Right.
Four is the production schedule control. We were not having any tool to monitor progress of delivery items in terms of plan start date and plan end date against actual start date and actual end date.
Very vital.
Yeah. This is very critical to monitor the efficiency of production team. And the last but not the least, tracking costs at DTS level, at the each contract item level, at each finished good level. We wanted to track cost at item level instead of project level, as this gives more visibility into the real situation and to take immediate corrective action. Our cost monitoring was early in the previous system was at project level. So these are the 5 reasons we went with this ETO system.
Great. Now we are given actually the definitions, the way an ETO system should work and how does it should work and what are the challenges there. You touched upon the core subjects very well, because that shows your in-depth knowledge, how much you have actually explored the whole possibilities of Expedient to bring into this platform. And thank you very much for your valuable contribution. And your leadership skill is excellent in this line, I would always say. A second point is like during the implementation, you would have faced a lot of challenges, because there's areas like when you want to implement this kind of system, there will be various challenges within the organization. And can you please touch upon those areas?
Yes, absolutely. It's a very good question. The major challenges what we face were like in any ERP system, like especially Expedient. It's a wholly integrated ERP system with the procedures, laid down procedures, and with their philosophy. So you have to imbibe, user has to imbibe all these things. So there was a resistance from the users who were accustomed to working with multiple systems. So change management was one of the issue. Second is the data migration, challenging in getting the data masters as per the requirement from the legacy system. And the third is that we needed Expedient system to meet our business requirements in an integrated way, in line with the management reporting and the users as well as the system. So system must be aligned with the required changes. So
understood. Understood. Great, sir. Great, sir. Thank you so much. Now, finally, I know that the implementation is final implementation 3.0 to the extent of all the features, everything is going on. Now, in the line of the future, what are you looking at in terms of the way you look at this kind of system when this kind of systems on board?
Yeah. We are looking forward to improve the efficiency of our design, product, procurement, production, material management, delivery teams, internal and external communication to have more value benefits from the system. We are aware of Expedient's phenomenal digital transformation capabilities, such as the mobile app, online app approval, supply chain portal, etc. So we will try to explore these capabilities in the future. And we hope that the expedient journey for continuous improvement will, after 3.0 for ETO, will continue. So that's it from my side.
Actually, I'm a bit emotional the way you have answered all these questions. It is really great. Dharmesh, thank you so much for all your support, your valuable contribution, the way you have shown the leadership skills to implement. It's not easy, this kind of system to implement in any organization. This needs management support and leadership skills. And you proved that you, with your team, with the production team, the drawing team, the inventory team, and along with your entire support services for procurement, for finance, HR, everyone, you have been there hands-on with everyone into the line. I know that personally. And it's a landmark for us. And I congratulate all the team in Verger. I also give all the very best to the management team of Verger, and we'll be looking forward to engage more further from here. Thank you so much for coming on board and sharing your views with us. Thank you so much, Dharmesh.
Thank you, Surendra. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we'll be going to the detailed presentation. We have our expert ready, Mr. Ravi Sharma. So I will request Ravi Sharma to come on board and explain the engineering to order system with our attendees. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, Surendran, for the wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. Today, in this session, we are going to explore ETO or engineer to order process, and we'll have a look on how this is handled in Expedient. First, we will have a brief overview of the ETO or engineer to order process and correlate it with the business requirements to run the same. ETO, as you know, consists of orders or contract for the engineering, manufacturing, assembly, and installation of unique and complex products, eventually at a construction site. Hence, once such a contract is awarded and treated as a project, the contract is being managed with the scope of supply and fixed item and construction drawing to support the production of items, its approval process, and to see that a detailed project budget is made with an expected gross margin. The construction drawing is referred by the technical and design team to prepare the shop floor drawing, manage the drawing process to ensure that the drawing is approved for further action. The approved drawing contains, or rather used for preparing the bill of material or BOM for the supply and fixed items. Based on the BOM, the resource mobilization takes place and it is allocated to the production as per the production plan. Then manufacturing and assembly process to produce the item, tracking of production, ensuring that the item is produced as DTS or delivery to site items, its finishing, packaging, and installation at the client site. And finally, when it is delivered, raising bill against that. The entire ETO project cycle go in this line in a nutshell. Now, let us see how the same ETO process is handled in Expedient in an integrated and seamless way. Expedient ETO process is designed to fit in a company whose only line of business is ETO, or to a company where one of the group companies line of business is ETO, or to a company where ETO acts as an internal service provider as a branch to the company. Further, Expedient ETO process is scalable to handle complex and large manufacturing processes spread across multiple manufacturing units or factories. So the process starts with the creation of project and creating contract against the project, identifying and tagging manufacturing items in the contract so that these can be subsequently tracked for progress monitoring and costing, defining project budget against the contract item line to have overall resource requirement for the project, then drawing management with its registration process enabling visibility of approved drawings, defining BOM against the approved drawing and DTS and structuring it as per the BOM requirement. Once the DTS is released for production as per the BOM requirement, the production plan is made to produce the item and the overall requirement of materials as per the demand and supply is accessed. Once the production is completed, the finished goods is tracked and dispatched to site for installation, and finally billing as per the contract terms and condition and getting payment as per the payment terms agreed. The integrated process of procurement, inventory, accounting and finance and HR payroll go in this line to ensure that the overall ETO process is managed more efficiently. We will look into each of these stages in detail in the subsequent slides. Contract creation. Using Expedient contract module, the complete details of contract is logged in the system. This we have shown with the sample screenshots. A contract may consist of items that are to be supplied and items that are to be manufactured and installed. Therefore, when the contract is prepared in contract module, it is appropriately tagged for the manufacturing items, thus ensuring that it is automatically routed to the manufacturing cycle. Various stages of payment or milestones of payment are defined in the contract module. In design, build and install contract, it is very common to have payment terms based on the stages of works completed. These stages can be, for example, 10% payment when the contract is signed, 15% payment when the drawing is approved, 30% payment when the testing and commissioning process is over. The stages also ensures that the billing is in alignment with the cost incurred. Further, any contract variations received against the contract is logged in contract module against the main contract, and this is handled in the same process of manufacturing. Multiple contracts can be created against the project, and this follows the same manufacturing cycle. Delivery to site item or DTS, as explained in a previous slide, is linked to the contract, and this along with the approved drawing is continuously monitored till the item is delivered for installation at the designated location. The contract item progress report provides complete visibility of the status. Thus, as a benefits, what you get is that the contract item is linked to the manufacturing process, complete visibility of the contract status, and flexibility in the process to include changes whenever it comes. Next is drawing management, one of the most critical and vital steps in the entire PTO process. Using Expedient Drawing Management, you register all types of drawing. For example, construction drawing, tender drawing, shop floor drawings, along with the related details. Copies of the drawings are attached for reference and its status is continuously tracked till it is finally approved for the next step. Point to note is that without an approved drawing, the production and design team cannot prepare the BOM and cannot proceed further on the production life cycle. The drawing register report gives you the status of all the drawings along with related information such as project, originator, status, etc. Drawing management is beneficial in the sense that you can track all the drawings linked to a project, contract, or BOM, plus have the visibility of the same into production, design, and the linked stages and processes along with the updated status. Based on the approved shop floor drawing, the design team prepares the BOM or bill of materials. For this, the contract item is broken down into multiple DTS items. This DTS item has parent to child relationship with the contract item and one-to-one relationship with the drawing reference, thus ensuring that the production control, production tracking, and progress monitoring can be automatically handled against the contract. For the DTS, the material required as per the shop floor drawing is defined in the project BOM workbench. The workbench provides the flexibility to revise or amend the BOM with resource amendment option, as there can be subsequent changes in the requirement of material at the time of production. All the changes are fully tracked in Expedient. As per the requirement of drawing and the production sequence, a work breakdown structure or a WBS can be defined consisting of DTS items to be manufactured and delivered at site for installation and the related components required to support the manufacturing of DTS items. We have displayed this in this screenshot with a sample example of glass table as a DTS item and various components required to prepare the glass table. Production routing or stages are assigned to DTS in the project BOM workbench. This helps you to track the stage of production in terms of whether it is in, for example, in painting stage or welding stage or cutting stage, etc. This also provides you the visibility of the progress journey of a DTS till it is fully completed. Thus, in the BOM workbench register, you monitor the status of a project, track planned versus actual production with dates and delay, if any, track dispatch status, track billing status, etc. This also provides you with the complete visibility of materials associated with the production of a DTS in terms of materials consumed, materials amended, materials waived off, etc. So as a benefit, what you get is that DTS based progress monitoring along with necessary flexibility in the system. Next is production planning based on the DTS released to shop floor for production with the BOM linked with the plan. Production can be routed to various manufacturing units as per the requirement. These units can be, for example, for production of for carpentry purpose or for glasswork purpose or for electrical work purpose, etc. This is required when multiple components belonging to various production processes are to be manufactured to support the production of DTS item for delivery and installation. This is also required to distribute the load when large quantities of a single DTS item is to be produced in a shorter period of time. Expedient brings workbench concept for all the production order across all project prepared and released to shop floor and for the DTS along with the BM requirement for manufacturing. The workbench provides complete visibility and status of all the open production order across the project available in shop floor for production. This empowers production team to source for materials in terms of indenting, order placement, stock reservation, and stock allocation, etc. Along with the integrated process to see that the overall production orders are managed effectively for the production as per the business requirement. It is always challenging for the ETO industry to assess as per the requirement of plant production order the overall demand and supply of material based on stock availability, minimum stock requirement, expected future deliveries, open purchase orders, etc. The plan order workbench effectively drives the item inquiry report across all projects for the open production order to enable you to see the requirement of material at any point of time to empower the procurement team to act as per that to support the production team. Expedient further empowers the procurement team with landed cost concept to ensure that imported items can be imported for the production purpose. Hence, as a benefit, what you get is that system-based handover of process from production, from design to production team, and a dynamic process to support the production planning team. Next is production tracking and dispatch management. Against the plant production order, the materials are issued to shop floor for production against the DTS as per the BOM defined. Expedient provides a control where materials can be issued only if it is defined in the BOM of the DTS. This ensures that you get visibility of the theoretical quantity of the material consumed and the actual quantity consumed to have proper cost and quantity variance. Further, it is quite common in the ETO industry to temporarily stop a production of a DTS item. This means that till the production is on hold, no further activities against that DTS can take place. Expedient provides a very effective solution for this, where these DTS items can be marked as on hold to stop the production. This can be further revoked as per the requirement when the production has to be restarted. The actual production start and end date is logged in the production tracking to enable you to have a view of planned production versus actual production. Further, to monitor the work in progress, the start date of a DTS item is entered along with the respective stage to ensure that it is regularly monitored till the production is completed. Once the item is ready for dispatch, the dispatch note is made in system along with the required details. The dispatch note is printed with necessary approvals and controls. Any associated items or services that are required for fixing and installation are also included in the dispatch note. Further, Expedient provides the capability to send finished goods on returnable basis to third party for services such as order quoting, engraving on returnable delivery note basis. In the ETO industry, the DTS which is produced has to be delivered and installed at the client site. The delivery team has to ensure that it is working smoothly. There can be changes, there can be cases where additional work with or without material is required to properly close the commissioning and handover process. Expedient provides rework order where all the items required for rework is identified and tracked against the DTS. This gives you the complete visibility of the number of reworks done at the DTS level and is a very effective tool to control the cost. This can be referred by the estimation team to revisit the estimated cost for future quote submissions. Rework may lead to additional billing, which can be routed via contract variation or direct billing. So you get complete visibility of production and cost dynamically as a key benefits. Next is raising invoice against the delivery to the customer and receivable management. This is handled in Expedient through integrated AR management process, where you get the complete details of the outstanding in terms of customer, due date, period for analysis to chase the customers. Thus, Expedient brings the entire component of ETO industry into one integrated platform to ensure that the required input, required report is available for the project and job, covering from contract to design to production to dispatch in material management, finance accounts, and HR and payroll. Expedient has ensured that the key challenges of ETO industries are addressed. These are lack of cohesive drawing management, challenge in material demand and supply, unplanned production and its control, maintaining and tracking cost at the DTS level, production schedule control. We have understood how these challenges are addressed in Expedient. Seamless flow of information between teams through the availability of step-by-step sequence of integrated process and availability of online approval, alert, notification, etc. Expedient ensures that the flow of information between the teams are seamless. You can utilize various reports available in Expedient to track drawing, to monitor contract progress, to track delivery, cost, etc. This can be represented in a dashboard report for easy and quick analysis for decision making. Some of the dashboard reports we are displaying, which are production delay analysis, month-wise DTS plant, daily plant production status, drawing status analysis, production analysis, billing analysis. This brings us to the end of this session. We are sure you must have gained valuable insights into the ETO process and how it is handled in Expedient. The forum is open for question and answer. Over to you, Surendra.
Tired? Not tired, right? You have done a wonderful presentation, long, 40 minutes. This is too much. You've gone into the details and explained everything in one-to-one. The way you have showcased the ETO industry processes, amazing. Congratulations, you've done a good job. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. Exciting engagement. Yes. Now, there's a question answer session. Obviously, there are people gone through in detail of it. Maybe they need a clarification at each level. Possibly, they need to look at it how these are handled in the ETO management process. So you can be as simple as way you can explain. It will be more beneficial to them because that's the way they will be looking at it. Now, you talked about the drawing management. So you know that there are custom design items, there is a drawing, there is a submittals, approvals. What drawing management you're talking about in Expedient?
See, Expedient fully recognizes the importance of drawing management in the overall ETO process. Therefore, it is tracked from the start where the drawing is registered in the system to ensure that its status is regularly updated till it is fully approved. Because if the drawing is not approved, nothing will happen. As I explained in the presentation, that production and design team cannot move ahead if the drawing is not approved. Further, drawing number is visible in all the processes of ETO in Expedient. So it gives a very, very powerful feature where through the drawing reference, the management can always know what is the status.
Yeah, that means like, suppose I have a finished good. That particular item has gone into the way you explained, it has gone to the DTS level, and then it has got components and parts to it. So the drawing is attached to it with a reference number, and it is getting tracked across the shop floor, across up to the delivery. So you have a tagging against it that it is within the drawing, within the approvals of the shop drawing, the process is starting and ending. Is that what you mean?
Yes, it starts from the contract till the delivery.
Great, understood. The next point is the DTS concept. Can you just briefly explain the DTS concept, delivery to site item? How do you look at it? There is a finished good, which is the custom design item, but what is the DTS item in terms of Expedient?
See, as I explained earlier in the presentation, contract will consist of items which are to be supplied and which are to be manufactured and delivered. By definition, so one of the definition for DTS will be that any items which is to be manufactured and delivered is DTS. Now, within the DTS also it can happen that internally you have to produce several components to ensure that the required DTS is produced. So that is not DTS item, that is a supporting component. But the DTS is that item which is to be finally delivered and installed at client side, and against that you are going to do the billing.
Okay, so the control is at the DTS level.
Yes.
Great. Now, you know, in the industry, this is custom made and specialized for expensive items. So when you look at a particular product, that product has got assemblies and components which is linked with the BOM.
Yeah.
And it is natural in that industry that in the shop floor or in the factory, multiple production lines are there.
Yeah.
There are multiple production lines where different items are getting manufactured. So, you know, the way the BOMs are released to the shop floor, how the production managers level will understand that this is the total BOMs available. Against that, what I need to address in terms of my starting of the particular production, how much is available with me to start in terms of my inventory, what is available, when should I order, what are my delivery schedules, because this is a critical in this particular industry, because each items are specific items and it is high value items. So, and it is gone with the approvals of drawings. So it has to follow that practice, and they should know across the production lines in the shop floor, because multiple projects will be happening in the shop floor in the factory. How does this expedient handles?
You are right. Material is the key component in ETO, and its timely availability is very, very important. Now, for this, the bill of material or BOM is defined at the start in project BOM workbench. Here, the entire materials with all specification details are identified. Now, from here, because sometimes it happens that the procurement team has to be told in advance that these are the materials that may be required after these many days. So from there also the procurement can start proactively. Now, once the item is released for production and the plan order is made, then Expedient brings the concept of workbench. Now, workbench displays the complete material requirement across project, across BOM and DTS items in terms of when and what is required. Through the workbench, the production team can easily take proactive action to go for purchase requisition, to go for stock reservation, to block the item for production. Further, it is quite common that there can be changes. So through resource amendment option, the materials can be changed on client request to ensure that the final material, that is the DTS that is delivered to customer, is as per the specification. Plus, how to support the procurement team in terms of demand and supply. This is addressed through item inquiry report, which provides complete visibility across project, across BOM, across plan order, what is the material required, when it is required, so that procurement team can work proactively. This all has been done to ensure that material, which is the key component of ETO, is available when it is required as per the right specifications.
Great. So you touched upon three areas. One is you have a workbench concept, which all the plant production owners are coming and sitting in, which is basically the production guy can look at across the project, across the BOM, what all the production orders are there. Yes. And he can plan which are to be started, which are items to be reserved, which are to be procured. All these are the functionalities are given in one single platform.
Yeah, to the production team. Production team is empowered.
Right. And then there is a supporting subject, which is a demand supply concept. What is to be procured, when should procured, what is available inventory, what is minimum order level, all these are available in that.
Yes, correct.
Great. And you are also supporting the amendment of the items if they want to make a change.
Yes, correct. Because change is quite common in ETO.
Great. Understood. Very good. Now we talk about this particular industry. this is having projects and they are working on projects. It has got commercial and a contract. Now the contract goes through a process of claim, certificate, that process because it's a contract. Whereas it has got the manufacturing process as well. So how the contract system is working with the manufacturing system to look at the QS side or a commercial side of it? Can you please explain?
See, a very relevant question, because what Dharmesh also said in the initial introduction, that monitoring from the contract till the delivery is very important in ETO for the management. So because this process here start with contract creation, so in the contract you have items to be supplied and items to be delivered, to be manufactured and delivered. The visibility of this at the item line level is completely available in the contract item progress report, where for the supply item you will simply say whether the billing is done or not, and for the DTS item it will show the full cycle of subsequent processes. That is, once the contract item line is tagged as manufacturing item, whether it is released for production, whether the plan order is made or not, whether the production has started or not, what is the date of the production, when it is finished, what is the dispatch date, and when it was billed. So complete tracking you do from starting from the contract till it is billed.
Agreed. So that means you have a complete contract monitoring through
Yes.
the process of from the contract side to the manufacturing side with the full life cycle.
Yes, yes.
So great. That means the QS will go hand in hand. You know what all invoices are raised against the contract, against what is actually happening in the shop floor. In a nutshell, the QS guy can look at the system and understand what's going on in the shop floor. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes, 100%. Full visibility to the production team and for the QS also.
Great, great. Now, the last question, I think so. Possibly we'll have one or two questions. I just want to understand. Now, we have talked about the project, we talked about a company. When you implement these kind of systems, it obviously there are challenges and risks. That's what Dharmesh has explained.
Yeah.
Okay. What exactly you are talking about? This is a mandatory to go with this kind of system in the initial stage for these ETO companies, but they will not be ready with to go with this kind of systems. So how do you handle this?
Okay. In Experian, it is handled through phase-wise implementation approach, where generally it happens that the back office work like procurement, accounting is started first, and the hardcore production process where a lot of data migration effort is there, where a lot of exposure is required for the end user because it's a change in process in terms of new system, can go for phase 2 implementation. So through the phase-wise implementation, you can address this issue of that, okay, on day one, you are not ready for the complete rollout. Can it be done phase-wise? Yes, it can be done.
Okay, so you mean to say we can implement the core system first, and then we can tell, okay, select a one pilot project, then run through the full system in this line, complete it out, then move other projects also into the system in a phase-based manner.
Yes.
So we can set up the team for implementing these kind of things. Let's set up a complete production team to handle this, okay, in a phase way that this project is going through these phases, the design team, the drawing team, the complete related with the production team, inventory team, and the delivery team, as well as the commercial guys will understand that out we are going to run this project in this line. Then you will be parameterizing it. We'll take in the box of the project structure.
Yeah, it's all possible through front-end configuration.
Great. So that means the full system can be implemented on a phase way and whenever they are ready.
Yes, yes.
Correct. So system gives that flexibility.
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay. Now, in terms of the MIS reports which you talked about, there are various MIS reports you have looked at it. We have seen that also. Now, do you think a dashboard report is capable from this for the top management to look at? All these
Yes, very much. Dashboard report is possible in the Experian system itself. Based on the requirement of management, it can be customized. What I showed was few sample one, but of course you may require modification or new report for your own purpose. That is fully possible in the Experian system.
And does it support mobile app facilities for management to see it all this in a mobile app?
You mean dashboard?
Yeah, dashboards.
Yeah.
Or
the mobile app it can be seen.
So wherever you go, the information is on your fingertips.
Yeah.
Great. I think we have covered most of the questions to the extent of this particular industry. I think we had a wonderful session along with our client. I feel that this will be a good session for all the attendees who have joined with us. Thank you so much for everyone for their time. We look forward to engage with you further. Thank you so much. I think we can end the session with this. Goodbye.